Hi, welcome to Station 3. In this station, we are going to talk about how you are going to plan for your infographic. You're going to use the research that you've already done to find relevant, credible support for the claim that you've chosen to focus on for your infographic. So to get started today, you need to get out your T-chart from Tuesday. You've already done most of the research. We looked at two different claims. You can use either one of these claims, or you can choose an alternative claim if you get it approved by me. But when you look at your T-chart, you can see you already have lots of support that you have found that can really back up your claim, and you can use that on your infographic. So that's a tool that you're going to want to get out for sure. If you find that you don't have enough research on your T-chart, you need more. Remember, you need at least 10 facts that are going to support your claim. Then you can go and do additional research. So that's where you'd want to click on this link right here that says "Need More Research," and when you click on that link, it is going to take you here, and you can click on any of these images. There are credible resources here. I have them cited at the bottom of the page. But when you go to those resources, you can see that there's lots of additional information here that can support your claim that vaping is dangerous, or that vaping companies have intentionally targeted teenagers in vaping. So you can look at any of those to add to the research and the planning that you're going to be doing on this portion of your project. Okay, the next thing that you're going to want to do is get out your planning document. You should see that on the bottom shelf of the Promethean board. You can go ahead and pick up your infographic sheet if you have yet to do that, and it looks just like this. And you can see this is really going to take you through the process for planning out what's actually going to go on your infographic. So the very first thing that you need to do is decide, what is the claim going to be for your project? What are you trying to convince your audience of? Okay, it does need to be a statement. It does not need to be a question, but think about a claim or that thesis sentence that would go in your argumentative essay here. If you are confused about your claim, or you want me to check it before you finalize it, then please come and see me about that, and I will. The next thing that you're going to do is give me just a brief summary, an overall message about what it is that we're discussing as a whole, which we've been talking about how vaping is an epidemic for young people, and the dangers that it really causes in anybody's health that's choosing to vape. So I just want you to think of maybe kind of what an introduction might look like if you were writing a full essay, and that analysis or summary of the overall issue is what's going to go here. It is going to be a short paragraph. So again, use that research, and you can go and you can find just kind of a brief overall summary that you can paraphrase and include there, because that does need to be on your final infographic. The next thing on here is your graph or chart. I put this right here at the beginning because I don't want you to forget about it. In addition to the 4 visual graphics that you need on your infographic, you need an additional chart or graph that's going to convey some information that, of course, is going to help support your claim. If you are using Canva to create your infographic, then there are lots of templates that you can fill in for graphs and charts. You can add information in there, and that's a really user-friendly way to do that. But right now, before you jump on Canva, I want you just to visualize what is some of the information that you already have through your research that can be visualized through a graph or a chart. You want to really look at that logical appeal that you have. Maybe you have some statistics, maybe you have some numbers throughout the years of maybe how vaping has increased in young people, or a percentage of people who have been affected with some of these major health risks that we've talked about. So you can think about how you can visualize that in this section. The next part, if you look, there's, all the way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are all just facts that are going to support your claim. Every time you put something here, you want to make sure that you ask yourself, is this helping to prove that my claim is correct? you want to make sure that you don't get off topic. Okay. So, again, you're going to use your T chart there. If you run out of information, then that's where that extra research would come in. Notice that I have sources written right here. I did cite those sources for you on that research page. And so you want to make sure that you're keeping track of what resources that you're actually using so that when it comes time to cite your sources on your infographic, that you'll know what citations to use. That is it for this section. The next thing that you can do while you're here, while you're planning, before you hop on that computer, is look at this very bottom section. It says sketch ideas for your infographic below. Consider the chart, graphics, layout, and color scheme for your infographic. So this is where you're going to take all of those pieces of evidence, the ideas that you have for your visuals, maybe just the overall layout of your infographic, and start to kind of form a plan here, kind of form what you want the layout of your infographic to be and what you envision for it. Now, of course, this can always change when you actually get on Canva or whatever site that you are going to use to create your infographic, but this is just a really good place to kind of lay everything out so you have a good idea of what yours is going to look like. Please use the rest of the time at this station to be working through this planning document. We're going to be coming back to this the next couple of days. It's very important that you have this part of your project done before you move on to creating your actual infographic. I'm going to be walking around, so please grab me if you have any questions or you need any assistance. Happy researching!